Mr. Producer.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, all gunners, all YouTubers. I am finally back from Vegas. I stopped vlogging, it got too crazy. But we'll talk about it maybe sometime during my lives. We'll have some fun. Put it this way, like first 15 minutes into there, we had a rumble at the pool party. Yeah, whatever. We'll get into it. We'll do it on the lives or whatever. But we're going to have fun. Today's here, man. I'm finally back into the garage. I just landed maybe like at 2 in the morning. It's 11 o'clock in the morning now. But I'm ready to kick ass. Gonna set up all my tools. I got my sweater on because I'm not really trying to burn myself. I told you guys, safety is key today when cutting the car. So 40 already started on the firewall. He's skinning it with the Blair bit. So yeah, I'll set up all my tools, all my safety stuff, and we'll get the ball rolling. So enjoy the vlog, man. Give me some comments, give me some thumbs up, give me some feedback on what you guys think, and let's get the day started. All right, guys, we're already starting. 40 started to work on the firewall. So what we did was we would do 3 weld spots and then pull back a little bit just so we can get a better visual of what's actually welded. Like, where are these spot welds on the car? Because they are kind of hard to see in these places. But we're going to save some good weight removing this skin. I'm going to jump on the other side and give you guys a better angle. But the punch is key. If you don't have the punch using the spot, if you don't have the punch using the spot weld removal kit, the bit's not going to do any work. I just also like to say we're still on the first bit, so these are lasting pretty good. Yeah, 40. Slow, slow. You got to go slow, slow. Yep, slow. Yep, keep going slow. But yeah, we're moving along. We're going to get to the quarter panels today and show you guys how to cut that. I'm also going to give you guys like basically street car to full race car cuts, like where you should stop and where you should go. So let's kick some butt. All right, guys, so before we cut, let's cover some bases real quick so we don't confuse anyone. Like I said, these videos are made for your life to be easier, okay? So for a street car, I probably wouldn't, when I say street car, I'm talking about, you know, you take it to work and on the way home you have some fun. Maybe on the weekends you go to a couple of street races and do whatever you gotta do. For a street car, I don't suggest you remove the B-pillar. It's just a little bit more assurance. So for a street car, maybe your line will be right here. So you'll cut this off right here. You'll take off everything here across this whole line. And then you can cut the back of this, right? Now, if you're more into, you know what, I'm building a car that I'm going to race at the track and I want to get the best out of it, then that's when you can go into the B-pillar section. The B-pillar section is tricky to cut, but we're going to cover all of that. But there is a lot of weight right here. All this is going to go on this car. So I'll start the cutting. I'll speak to you in between cutting. And we're just going to make this super easy and super simple. So enjoy the vlog. Alright, gunners. So I got 2 pairs of gloves on. These won't cut it. But these they have some kind of grease on them. So I'm just going to double up on gloves. I've got my hoodie on because I don't want my skin to get burned. And then we'll go from there, right? I got my face mask. And I got my cutter. So I'm going to start with this line right here. I'm not going to be a hero. I'm just going to get this middle section out real quick, nice and neat. All right? I want to go across this line up here. I want to go across this line up here just before these spot welds. and then I'll be able to clean off this skin after I take off the window with the vibrating saw. So I'm just going to cut this section out in the middle. Now I take this piece out. Now I can see. Now I can see where I'm going, where I'm cutting, what is waste. That now you could see this behind. You know what I mean? So also with the blade, you just let it do its job. You're not forcing nothing. You're just tapping it like you know when you get a haircut at a barber shop and he's giving you that line up on your forehead. You know, you're just touching. That's all we're doing. We're just touching and making a line. That's it. If you need a marker for reference, then use a marker. So now we'll move on to down here. I'll cut this ear off here, and then we'll be able to see where all the weight is. You know what I mean? So, yeah, let's move along. Now you see, I'm not really making the cut pretty, not yet, because I can just grind all this to be nice and, you know, round. I'm just getting out the big pieces so I can see where my surface is. What exactly am I cutting? So we always take out this middle section. Now we can see, all right, I can't cut up here because of XYZ, because I'm going to hit the window or I'm going to hit the quarter panel. So you can get away with not hitting the quarter panel if you just take your time. Nice and easy. Put some music on, relax. Go from there. Another piece out. Alright, so this side's a little bit more tricky. Everyone always runs into an issue here. The easiest way I can explain it is doing it in layers. Cut it in layers. So take off this first red skin that we're looking at right now, and then we'll get to the back of this after. So I'll demonstrate right now. I'm just going to follow my line here, and I'm going to bring it up to about here. I'm going to skin it down this way, and I'm going to try to get this middle piece out. There might be some spot welds that are holding it, but hopefully we can bend that out. See what I'm trying to tell you? It's because it's double-sided. So what we're trying to do is just remove the first initial skin part. So we got one spot weld here that's holding it. Now you might be saying, Aki, but why don't you just go use the spot weld removal kit? Well, you know what? That gives an extra 10 minutes of work. So just bend it in and out. We're gonna slowly get rid of that spot weld. It's coming off, there's one left. So there's two holding it. Boom. Now we can see even more. Now, you see that? Now we know that we have to skin down here, and then we'll work and deal with this later. Keep up. See, I made a little X indentation, whatever it's called, sometimes my words get caught up. I just cut an X where I seen the spot weld, so I could just move it out a little bit easier. So check it out. See, we're skinning this baby alive right now. So we'll worry about this in no time soon. We'll just keep cutting up until we get rid of the skin. So sometimes you will bump into these, like buckle where you would bolt the buckle to. These are much harder to cut because they're thicker. They're more reinforced. There's some spot welds holding it up. I'm just going to cut under the spot weld so I don't have to go through the hassle of using the removal kit. So I'll chop this off and then we'll get to it. Now, if I can save the blade by moving it around, then I'm doing that. These blades are expensive. And I'm going to use this all the way till it's worn down as much as I can. It's not that safe, but maybe you can still save a smaller diameter of a blade for hard to reach places. So I can cut up here still using the same blade. I'm just going to go from here. I'm going to go down towards the tail light just to get this area out of the way. I told you, you don't have to be a fucking hero. You don't have to be a hero. Just cut it out in small sections and then move your way around. Because you'll get to see, because now, if I show you this, I'm ready to make this. Now I can just skin right here. I could just start cutting this line around here. It would have been harder to see if this was in the way. Now I can see this entire section is all skin. So I can go from up here, I can cut across, come down this way, and I'll be able to remove this so much easier. But like I said, if we're doing streetcar stuff, this is a beautiful cut. You can go all the way up to here and then leave it alone. So up to here for streetcars, up to here, remove the quarter panel part and your money. And then, like I said, when you want to go to the extreme, you're gonna have to remove that B pillar. But we'll get to that into another episode because that's just a whole new can of worms on how to take that out. So I'll do both quarters for you guys today. We'll keep trying to remove the firewall and yeah, we'll fucking keep gunning. Alright, so I think it's right about time to get rid of this roof liner. So you've got these tabs on the oh shit handle. Pull those back and then you'll have some Phillip heads in there. We'll remove that, and then we've got some plastic ones that 40 is removing under the liner. So we got to get rid of this roof liner now. It's time to get rid of it so we can start seeing more on where we're going to cut. So this is junk, even more weight off. I think this might be too big. Yeah, this one's too big. Yeah, pull it, yep. So same concept with these clips. Don't take them all the way out. Leave it to about right there, and then, alright, so I messed up. Hold on. Nope. Alright, take this clip out. And we'll just follow that entire process. We're gonna have to take off this light also. Okay, dame un 8 con 8 cubo. So that's it. We'll get rid of the roof liner now. I don't think I need to demonstrate on how to do that. It's self-explanatory. Once you remove that panel that covers it, you'll start to just see the Phillip heads, and then we have to make our way to the sun visors, remove that because they're holding up the roof liner. And then the only thing we'll end up seeing is the motor for the sunroof and the actual sunroof. So we'll get rid of the liner now, and then we'll move on to more cutting for you. Let's go. Come on. This is garbage. So yeah, you can cut it, fold it up, do whatever you gotta do. Alright, so we got our roof liner out. Now we can see our sunroof. We're gonna unbolt that, get the motor out of here, and there's plenty of room to keep cutting. We're gonna end up taking this entire skin off right here, all the way across down. This is probably gonna be one of the lightest cars. What the hell is that? This is probably going to end up being one of the lightest cars I've ever cut in my entire life. I'm going to skin this car alive. It'll be able to go 10s with a stock TSX motor. Just off the weight. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. So, man, who knows? Maybe we can go 9s, 12.5 to 1, 4-piston head, simple cams, simple intake manifold. Good tune and a header. Maybe you can go 9.9. Just based off how light the car is gonna be. Get rid of the sunroof real quick. We got 2 10s holding it up back here. Remove the water line on this side. I gotta remove the water line here.
You cut it?
All right, it's still connected.
You cut it?
Cut what?
You use it?
What, that? Yeah, yeah, hold on to it, yeah. We'll get rid of it, yeah.
Oh.
So we got the motor up here. All right, we got that. Rails is there. This is here. All right, let's remove this wire harness, 40. Pinza. Cut it off. So we'll remove the wire harness. We'll unplug as much as we can, nice and neat. That's the wire harness there that goes to the actual motor. Yeah, just pull that back. Yeah. Perfect. Beautiful. Perfect. 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 Here, here. Alright, I got 2 more 10s here. Take this off too. Most of you guys really don't have SIs. You're not really cutting SIs. I respect it. So this process you really wouldn't have to do. But yeah, we have to do that process. So you got another 2 10s that are holding it here on each side. And then this bad boy will be able to drop. Oh man, this thing's heavy. This thing's heavy.
It's broken.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. We're gonna throw it out anyway. I got it. I got it. Be careful. I got it. Be careful. Go ahead and pull it out. I told you be careful. You're speeding all the time. Be careful. Oh, this is a good 60 pounds. At least 60 pounds. Look at that.
Who put it?
That's garbage.
Garbage?
Yeah, put it somewhere over there near the door. So now we got our sunroof out. Plenty of lighting now. Actually, we can also take off this skin that runs along that's holding it up, and yeah, we'll move right along. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna cut up all the way into the B pillar, and I'm gonna stop the vlog so you guys can catch up. So I'm doing one side on camera. I'll do the other side on without the camera because it's the same thing, and I'd probably get to go a little bit faster since I don't have to stop, record, move the camera around. But I'll try to grab as much footage as I can. But yeah, I'm gonna cut all the way up to here, and I'm gonna stop for you guys at the B pillar bar. So moving right along. All right, guys. So before getting to the top here, I'm gonna skin this line right here, and I'm gonna come up to about right here, and then I'm gonna start going up into the pillar. So I want you guys to see where I'm starting from. I'm outside the car now. So I'll just take this line. I'll just take this line out all the way up to here. So I'll start from the top because that's where I want to end. I'm taking my time, nice and neat. Let me just get a better angle for you guys here. So I'm taking my time, nice and neat, and I'm taking this entire line up. Get some focus. I'm taking this entire line up. This is really heavy right here, so we'll cut up there once I move back inside. I'm inside the car now. I know my line's going to start right about here. So I'm going to start the cut here nice and easy. I'm going to get this line going. I'm going to meet it right here, and I'm going to take this complete section out. Now don't worry about the cuts being even yet, right? Because we're going to clean that up with the grinder. We're going to make it nice and clean and flat. So right now we're just worried about getting this section, cut off nice and loose. So the only thing left for us to do is actually just use the grinder to make everything nice and flat, and then use the sander to get all the sharp edges off. But this is all going to get removed. We're going to take this completely out. Okay, boys. So we got this section out, completely skinned this top part. Like I told you, don't worry about these uneven parts. We're going to take care of that with the grinder. When you're cutting with the blade, you'll feel that it's hitting like it went through the metal. So you don't have to keep digging in. Look, we haven't touched the quarter panel. We're still good. We took our time. We didn't hold a solid line. We would hold about 4 inches, pull back, put in the blade again, pause on this whole thing, and then we moved on from there. I'm going to talk about a few more things, but I want you guys to fully understand. I think this is where you guys need to be for your street cars. Hold on to the B pillar. You never know what you can get yourself into. The B pillar is very, very strong. It's also very, very heavy. It's ultimately up to you on how far you want to take the cut. So I'm going to keep this cutting part brief so you guys will be able to catch up. You'll understand what I'm talking about, and then you'll think to yourself, do I really want to cut my car that much? Am I happy with doing everything Aki has done so far and cutting all the way to this point right here? So I'll leave you guys here. And then we'll talk a little bit more. Okay, so this is what we cut out so far today, right? We cut out this middle section here. We cut up into that liner, and back here, we've got much more trimming to do. Remember what I told you about don't worry about that part? Now, we'll just take the blade and we'll run it along this line, and then we'll grind it so it could have the same shape as the wheel tub or the wheelbase, whatever you want to call it. But most of you should have been caught up already. I've seen you guys with your dry ice. I've seen you guys stripping your interior. You're doing a wonderful job. I'm proud of every single one of you. But this is where we're taking the line for street cars. Now, it's going to get much more extreme once we move on forward. So just remember, keep it right here for about a street car, and you're going to see a world of a difference in your car. So we've got a lot of cutting, guys. We are nowhere near done. So I'll leave this one right here. All right, guys. So we'll end the vlog here now on the weight reduction part. We've covered a whole bunch of things in this video. The main thing I want you to focus on is doing it safely. Thank God I still got my fingers. I didn't cut my face. I didn't do anything like that. The safety part, you might say, hey, you know what? I got it. I know how to use a cutting wheel. Okay. But it's only going to cost you $9-10 to get a mask. Get some good gloves for $15. You could save your hands. Eyewear. Safety is the key when cutting these cars. It's going to get sharp. You're going to get banged up. You're going to cut your fingers. But like I said, I'm proud of every one of you. I see you guys putting in the work ethic. Nothing is going to come in life handed to you. You have to get your ass off your fucking bed. You got to get off that couch. You got to go do something about it. No one is going to hand you anything. Go put the work ethic with your hands and watch the reward come back. I just got off the plane from Vegas. I haven't really seen my kids yet. I'm already here working. So put in the work ethic and you will receive the reward. Cut your car nice and clean. We left you with a street cut. That's where you guys should be. You can even sneak it off by putting your panels back in, and you could tell people your car is full weight. Remember, in racing, you never want to sound like you have the faster car. Always make your car seem to be the slower car. If there's money on the line, why not take a spot of 2 cars in the brake? Why not take 1 car in the brake? Even though your car is faster, but we're talking about money here. If you humble yourself in racing and downplay your car, you'll get the race that you want. You know, there's probably that one guy that you would love to kick his ass. You know what I mean? I want to shut him up. I want to take his money. I want to beat him. I want to gab him. I want the world to see it. Make your car look like the slower car. Street cars, tuck your panels back in. Put it right back in. Oh, my car's not cut, it's full weight. All I did was take the seats out. There you go. There's small little tricks that you can apply into your racing program, world, whatever the hell it is. And it'll get you further in racing. So apply those small things. Thank you so much for continuing to support the channel. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm here doing it for you guys. I'm here doing it for you guys that never got the opportunity to understand how to fully cut a car yet. Now you are getting it from the ground up. Gentlemen, ladies, gunners, YouTubers, we started with a motor in here. Look what point we're at now. Do it safely. Do it smart. But most importantly, do it. So keep gunning. Thank you so much for all the love. Thank you for the thumbs up. And I'll see you on the next one.